Hello, beautiful friends. It's Erika here to do a special video centered around the themes that are coming up with this particular new moon eclipse that's happening on July 2nd, 2019. Now, I did do a video a while back, maybe a week or two ago, about the two eclipses that we're having in July and how that is affecting the collective divine masculine and divine feminine. So if you haven't checked that out, please go watch that to get some additional information. But this particular video is going to be focused on the themes that come up around this particular new moon solar eclipse. Now, even if you're watching this 6 months from now, a year from now, when it's not this particular time, but the message is resonating, that's Spirit's way of bringing you the message when it's intended for you. So I just like to use the astrological events as inspiration for the types of videos that I'm doing. So I just created this custom spread and this custom reading for you guys today in honor of the themes coming through for the this particular astrological event. So before I keep going, I'm just going to start by pulling an overall theme for the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And then I'm going to give you a little bit more detail about what we're going to talk about today. But let's just get started with a card here for the collective divine masculine. And we're getting your commitment is being tested. Interesting. So right here, right now, what's coming through is, where do you want to go? How badly do you want it? Are you willing to do what it takes to get there? And are you going to actually get things started, or are you going to sit there and wait for something to happen to bring something to fruition? So this is basically feeling like Spirit is calling the divine masculine to the mat, calling them to task. It's like, okay, how badly do you want this? And are you willing to do the work for this? And it's interesting because this is a theme that's been coming up recently in the collective divine feminine energies. So typically what ends up happening with my readings is we get the energies on the side of the divine feminine first, and then it shifts to the divine masculine because they're really close to each other right now. And I do want to say that with these videos, these are not love specific. This particular video is not love specific, although certainly love themes can come into the reading. And as you know, those of you that are on an awakening journey, it's really a journey of coming into wholeness of self. And we all have both masculine and feminine energies within us. And so certainly some of you may be looking at these videos trying to understand what's going on with potentially a romantic partner, a love interest, a soulmate, and that's fine. But many of you guys are using these videos as they're intended, which is, let me take a look at what themes are coming up in my inner masculine or in my inner feminine. No matter which one, which energy you tend to identify with primarily. For example, I identify with feminine energy primarily, even though there are times I need to be in my masculine energy, and times where, and it's about being in balance. So please do watch this almost through two different lenses to get the most out of it. So right now, the divine masculine, his commitment's being tested here right now. So I'm eager to see how that's going to come forth, but let's just get one for the divine feminine too. What is the theme for this eclipse? And we're getting a time to give rather than take. Interesting energy, you guys. All right. I'm eager to see how this is going to come forth. So I keep getting drawn to two different messages that are screaming at me right now. The first one is, this is a time to continue to give whatever you're giving, whether it's love, whether it's attention, whether it is energy, to things that matter to you without expectation of receiving anything in return. You know, this truly is the energy of giving for the sake of giving, not giving to receive something back. Because the energy upon which it's given is completely different, and therefore the energetic principles are completely different. For others of you, this is actually coming through as a message of learning the lesson of actually receiving, ironically enough. I'm hearing it's something where it's like she's learning the lesson that it's time for others to give to her, and to not settle her standards below anybody that's not willing to give to her. It's like if she's giving, this to me feels like a lesson. To stop giving to people that are not giving equally in return. There is a reciprocity factor here. Okay, so that does sound a little bit like I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth, and I kind of am. But there's a point where we give to give because we feel called to give. There's another when we are giving in a relationship or a partnership or a career endeavor, or we're giving energy to something and we're just not getting what we want out of it. It's like it's not proportional to the energy we're giving it. Sometimes that can be Spirit's way of really showing you another path. It's like, you keep trying to bust down that door and it's not opening. But then there's another door opening down the road. You know what I mean? It's so I'm eager to see how this is coming through, because there's definitely a few different messages. And in fact, I'm going to pull one more for each while I'm at this. I just feel like finding out. Tell me about what commitment is being tested for the Divine Masculine Collective. And he's getting meditate and contemplate. Yeah, like I said, figure out really what you want. Do you really want it? Figuring that out, going deep to the new moon in Pisces, really setting some intentions about what you want. Because one of the energies, I haven't even gotten into this yet. I've gotten so caught up in these cards, I haven't even shared with you what we're going to go over today. But one of the energies of this new moon eclipse is about things that are being initiated. What is being initiated? The energy of Cancer, being a cardinal sign, which is the sign that this new moon is in, is all about it's the initiator. What's getting started. And so right here, it's like, that's like I said at the beginning, the Divine Masculine's being called to task for what is it that you really want, go inward to figure it out, and then get it started. Like, are you going to just talk about it? Or you're actually going to do something. So let me find out also one more card here for the Divine Feminine. So what we're going to cover today, sorry guys, the energies are coming in so quickly, I can't even get my intro out. What we're going to go over today is we're going to look at some of the themes of this eclipse. We're going to look at what inner desires are coming out for each, the masculine and the feminine. What frustrations are getting released that have been held within. What's being initiated. And we're also going to get an idea of what they're going to... It's all about trying something new and exciting as well with this energy. So we're going to see if we get some info there. So, and then I'm going to pull a guidance card for each as well for how to navigate this. But, all right, let's get another card here for the Divine Feminine energies with this new moon solar eclipse. Tell me more about this, a time to give rather than take. Surrender to the divine. Exactly. Like I was saying, this feels like the lesson for the Divine Feminine, which is letting go, letting the divine absolutely bring it to her. Some of you may see something coming in around the full moon, which is in, I believe it's on July 16th. I believe that's the date of the full moon. But either way, this is about the universe giving to you, showing you what they're capable of. So that's just confirmation of the message I was getting that felt a little bit opposite of what this card says, but these cards have multiple meanings, and this just felt very clear for me. So I'm glad I pulled those other two cards as confirmation. So let's get a sense here, because passions are going to be running at an all-time high with this full moon, because full moons certainly amplify energies, but this one's all about the passions coming in. The passions coming out, I should say. What's being revealed. What inner desires are coming out. So I'm going to just start right there. First, I'm going to start with what passions are being ignited right now. What passions are going to be at an all-time high for the Divine Masculine. And here we get the Queen of Swords. So two messages right off the bat. One is that he's very passionate about the clarity and the truth and making the changes that he needs to make in his life. You know, the Queen of Swords is somebody who is very clear cut. She's no drama. She's no bullshit. She literally, she's just very decisive, and something deep within him is motivating him with this full moon to clear things out, cut them out, only keep the things that really matter to him. And it's like he's being merciless with this. This can be everything from clearing out the closets, clearing out relationships, clearing out toxic situations, not putting energy into things that are just going nowhere. So this is where he's getting, his passions are being ignited, is just being very clear cut, decisive, matter of fact, and just getting it done. The Queen of Swords doesn't muck around. You know, she's like, done, out. I'm not even dealing with that anymore. Over with. She doesn't linger. So that's really, really a beautiful energy for the Divine Masculine here. How badly do you want it? You know what you want, Divine Masculine. But are you willing to do what it takes? And this feels like he's getting that fire in his belly for what he wants and how he's going to actually get there. So let's see what passion is going to be at an all-time high for the Divine Feminine. And we're getting the Three of Pentacles. Well, this is an energy of collaboration. This is an energy of working together. This is the energy of partnership, where, you know, two heads are better than one, and 1 + 1 = 3, not 2. So there could be some sort of things coming in where maybe there's some opportunity for partnerships. Maybe she is interested in working together with her Divine Masculine, finding solutions for wherever things are at with them, if this is a love situation that you are referring to. But she's definitely wanting to work together, work collaboratively. And to me, this feels also like a message where she's very much wanting to work together with Spirit, with the guidance that she's getting, trusting the divine, like, you know, working together with the divine, but the divine ultimately has the plan and she's part of it, but she's not necessarily in charge of it, right? So what she's doing is she's getting mentorship from Spirit, and it's like she may have a renewed vigor for her spiritual pursuits, for trusting in her intuition and what's coming in, really honing that. I'm getting this, like, you know, you're sharpening your axe. What's that Abraham Lincoln quote? It's like, if I had 10 hours to chop down a cherry tree, I'd spend 9 hours of it sharpening my axe. Yeah, that's what she's doing right now. So let's get some more details here. So guys, I am going to be going more in depth for those of you that want to geek out on this and get more details. In that, I'm going to get into some of the other themes relating to the new moon eclipse, which have everything to do with, like, a little more of a deep dive on what these inner desires are and what the frustrations are, what's being initiated and all that. But we're also going to look at what conflict is being resolved right now for each of them, what's breaking through, what new developments are coming into their life, as well as where they're getting a fresh start. And also, one of the themes of the eclipse is there may be some pleasant surprises on the horizon. So we're going to see what Spirit gives us about what potentially those may be. So that's going to be in the extended. The link is going to be down below, just to give you an idea of the stuff I'll be covering there. But let's see here. So let's see what inner desire is now coming out for the Divine Masculine. Okay, I'm going to get one clearly, please. What's inner desires coming out? And here's the 9 of Cups. This is wish fulfillment. You know, this is emotional fulfillment, wishes coming true, spending time. It's like he knows. It's like, you know that energy where you feel like you don't even want to make wishes or wish for something because you really don't think it's going to come true. Well, it's emerging right now for the masculine energy. It's emerging from the standpoint of it's coming front and center. You know, what is it that you want to be happy? How do you want to be emotionally fulfilled? What are you wishing for deep down? That's going to become illuminated here with this solar new moon eclipse. because Cancer is one of the water signs, which is about deep emotions. So this particular eclipse, again, like I said, the effects are going to be felt for about 6 months after the eclipse. And Cancer has to do with the concept of home, family, what home and security and family and love, and what does all that mean to you? So it's like there's definitely an energy of the divine masculine really looking for what does he really wish for when it comes to family and home and stability. So, okay. Let's see what inner desire is coming out for the divine feminine. Ace of Wands. Hello. That if that's not a card for an inner desire, I don't know what is. Passion. This is a new passionate start. She's got the fire in her belly as well for a passionate new beginning. This can be a spiritual pursuit. This can be a relationship. This can be a spiritual partnership. This is a creative endeavor. And some of the divine feminines may be really discovering what their passion truly is in this lifetime. You know, what is it that makes their, just like inspires them to create, to go for it? What is it that they truly, truly desire? So an inner desire coming out is to live from this passionate opportunity. So she may literally be discovering something new that it's like becomes laser clear for her. For others, it's maybe wanting to just live from her passions and what lights her fire, which certainly could be relationships, certainly could be spiritual pursuits, could be creative endeavors. This is actually a really, really supportive energy for both, for artists as well as scientists. Don't ask me why, but I remember reading that and I thought that was really interesting. So this really feels, because the sacral chakra for the divine feminine is the creative center as well as for the masculine, right? That's the creative energy, the sexual energy, all of that all stems from the sacral chakra. So, alrighty, well, let's see what frustrations are being released from within for this, because there can be a release coming up. Let's see what is being released. I knew this is going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. This is the King of Wands. So he's getting some sexual energy coming up. Just like she's already started it here and he's following suit. So his inner desires, his frustrations that are coming out are the King of Wands, which is somebody who is like on fuego, wanting to take action. Certainly could be sexual energy that is just bubbling forth. So he could be very sexually frustrated. Let's just say that. Because, you know, the release doesn't necessarily have to be a bad release. And I was also reading about this particular new moon eclipse. And one of the themes also is where the release that happens doesn't necessarily have to be negative. It can be a release of sexual energy. So here we go. I guess we are right on point with that theme. And interesting, the Ten of Cups happens to be at the bottom of the deck, which is about emotional fulfillment and happiness. Okay. Well, let's see what is being released for the divine feminine. What frustration from within or what energy from within is being released for the divine feminine? Let us see. Let's see what comes forth for her. And the Five of Cups, interesting. So she may be actually feeling somewhat emotional. No surprise with this being in Cancer. But she could be feeling sadness, loneliness, regret of things from the past. She may be really dredging up some of these emotions. But what I love about it is this is what's being released. It's no longer in here. It's like she could have herself a good cry with this particular energy, and then it will be gone. You know, have one final good cry, you know, let it all out. No need to keep it within anymore. So you know, if that happens to you, if you're starting to feel this, you know, whatever from the past, because the Five of Cups is about regrets and sadness of things, about things that have happened, things that have already happened. And I love that it's coming in the position of what is actually being released. So let's see here. What is being initiated with the Divine Masculine here with this particular, what is being initiated is justice. All right. Well, he's wanting to tip the scales back into balance, and he's wanting to do what's right. He's wanting to make things right. Whatever has happened in his past, if there's things that he's done in his life, in work, in love, in relationships with his family, whatever it is, he wants to make things right. He wants to make them better. He's got the clarity of where he wants to go. He's gone within. He knows he wants this wish fulfillment. Certainly, if this is love related, it could relate to his divine feminine. You know, wish fulfillment here, what he wants for emotional happiness. And he may need to make something right and make things like come clean. So this is a process that's being initiated, is bringing things back to karmic balance with things in his life. And part of that is why he has to cut things out here. He has to clear the plate in order to get his energy back to where he can dedicate it to the things that matter to him, to making things right. So certainly for some of them, I'm going to say this, the Justice card can refer to the legal system. So, for some of them, if you guys are leaving a significant partnership, potentially a marriage, and you may be beginning divorce proceedings, because if you're leaving things behind, your commitment to where your happiness is being tested. Do you want to actually stay where you are? Or do you want to be happy and actually follow where your heart's desires are taking you? Like your true emotional fulfillment, not just, you know, but it's like, what's going to make you truly happy? So some of you may be initiating something in the legal system, or beginning, like finally coming to that conclusion and making that decision. But that's just for some of you. It's certainly not for all of you, but I did have to mention it because it's one of the energies coming through for some. So let's see what's being initiated for the Divine Feminine. And we're getting the Justice card as well. Can you believe that? Wow. Making things right. So right away, I have to say this. If you guys, if you're specific, okay. Slow down. The energies are so fast that I can't even get the words out. I'm like I can't even talk. Okay, 1 second. Let me just bring it down a notch. If you guys have been in a situation, and this is a love relationship, where there has been things that have happened in the past that were not okay, not right. Maybe there's been disagreements, needs for apology, whatever it is. What's being initiated is bringing it back to justice, clearing the scales, like bringing it back to balance. And what I'm getting drawn to, so they're both females in these versions of the card. Two different decks, obviously. But in this case, she's blindfolded. This is about being impartial. She doesn't really know that this is necessarily coming. But she's very clear. She's got her, you know, she's seeing. It may not quite be revealed yet, but this is spiritual and karmic justice. So this could relate to each other if you're looking at this for like a soulmate relationship. But this also at a grander scale, at a broader scale, could just mean something's coming to justice. Like if somebody did you wrong, or if they were sneaky, or if they screwed you over, or if you did that to somebody else, what is being initiated is karmic justice. Things are going to happen that are the consequences of past deeds. Let's just leave it at that. Okay, so let's take a look here. What is because let's see what is new and exciting that is going to be tried. What is the divine masculine potentially going to try that's new and exciting and different for him? What is he going to get the urge to try? And we're getting the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Well, that is the opportunity to have a new start, a fresh start, which certainly is one of the themes of this eclipse. And we're going to talk about more. We're going to get more in depth on the fresh start theme in the extended video, but right here, he is just. It's like if he's been thinking and thinking and thinking, this is where he might just go like, screw it. I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to try. I got to go for this new start. I need to make my offer, my sincere offer. This could be moving forward to something new when it comes to a new job, a new career path, because pentacles are about money and stability. This could also indicate a sincere offer of love. Sometimes this can indicate like an engagement ring, or the symbolic engagement ring of making an offer of love to somebody. Something that's tangible and sincere. So he's going to start something new relating to pentacles here. Okay, so pentacles, something tangible and something sincere. But he might get that urge to try that. So let's see what's happening for the feminine. What is she going to potentially be trying something new? What is that going to relate to for the divine feminine? Okay, we're getting 2. 3 of Cups and the Knight of Wands. She might want to go out and party. She might want to just go out and celebrate. She might be taking action. She might want to just go. I mean, I got to be honest with you. Some of them may just want to go out and have a sexual tryst. Potentially. She could just decide to go out with her friends and just go have some fun, do something exciting. I'm kind of curious here what is happening with this divine feminine, because we get the 3 of Cups and the Knight of Wands. The 3 of Cups, I do have to mention it. So 3 of Cups is about celebrating, getting together with friends, having something to celebrate. The Knight of Wands is about taking swift action, charging forward, following your passions. And she's got the passion here. And this is in the inner desire that's coming out, is this new start. So she may just go out to have some fun. She may actually have an encounter with somebody. Maybe it's somebody she's had her eye on. Maybe it's somebody who's been around. Maybe she's just like fired up. I hate to say, because obviously this is a general reading. But I'm actually going to pull another card just because I want to get clarity here. So some of you, I know some of you have been in hermit mode, so you might just want to get out of the house, really. I mean, there doesn't have to be anything sexual involved here. This is just something exciting, something fun, something different, having a new endeavor. Some of you may go for something which is actually part of your mission work. And we're getting the Queen of Pentacles. So yeah, so some of you may be, this may be career, mission related, getting things going when it comes to a new path. You might get some new ideas. You may also be collaborating with others, so you could be having something come through relating to that for sure. All right. Well, you know, there's just energies are super high. All right, let's see here. I'm going to get some guidance. So what we're going to do in the extended, if this is resonating for you, what we're going to do in the extended is I'm going to take a look at more in depth on the inner desires that are coming out, more in depth on what's being released, as well as what's being initiated. We're going to get more details on this. We're also going to look at what conflict is being resolved in their lives, like the peace pipe energy, like what's going to just finally be completed. what's breaking through, what new developments are coming, where the fresh start is coming in their life, as well as what pleasant surprises may be around the corner for them as a result of this eclipse energy. And we're also going to go into some more guidance for each of the energies for navigating this cycle. So if that's of interest to you, that's going to be in the link to access that video. But for those of you not continuing on, I'm going to leave you with a final piece of guidance here for how to navigate what is happening. So first, for the divine masculine energy. Surrender to wonder and awe. This is why he has this 9 of Cups, this wish fulfillment. This is open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. So this is about paving the way, letting the universe show you what can come. Know that there is magic truly in every moment. And all of life is connected. Instead of thinking you know everything, this is more about experiencing it viscerally. Really just surrender to the wonder and awe of what spirit is going to bring you. Like, this is the energy also of being curious. It's like you're seeing things through new eyes. You know, those of you that have had children, you know, once you have a baby, you see the world through completely different eyes. You see them through the eyes of your baby. The little things that used to just walk right by all of a sudden become the most magical thing in the world. It's like, because you're seeing it through your child's eyes and you're like, oh my gosh, that is so, the bubbles are really freaking amazing. They're so fun. Why did I forget to play with bubbles? I mean, it's just, it's like that energy of seeing things from that new perspective. So let's see what the guidance is for the divine feminine. And we're getting surrender to joy. I love it. You know, this is a very optimistic new moon eclipse. Overall, very optimistic energy. I didn't mention that at the beginning, so here it is, wonder and awe and joy. It says a key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling, and during both the hard times and the easy times, keep surrendering to more joy. You know, let these emotions out. Let spirit lead the way. Let the divine lead the way. Follow your passions. Follow your guidance. Let things come into karmic balance. And stay in joy along the way. You know, this is that energy of the law of vibration, just cultivating an attitude of gratitude. No matter what's happening around you, you can always find some joy. All right, lovely friends. I hope that this has been helpful. I want to send you so much love. And, oh my gosh, and I forgot to mention this at the beginning. I knew I had stuff, but the energies were just flooding in. I'm actually going to do a separate video about it. I'll just do that I'll just do it on the next video because I want to make sure it's at the beginning. All right, lovely friends. I want to send you so much love. Until next time. Bye.